Today 7 degrees, low of -4, 1923. My goodness. But we're still gonna put out some content. Let's go, let's do this. Whew. Let's take a look at the snow. 7 degrees out. Damn. Hella snowed yesterday. All this was just from one day. Hella warm in here though. 45, almost 50 degrees. Let's close that. Keep some heat in here. Turn on some lights. Let's talk about the car. 7 degrees outside. I love this installation. Let's go around this Corvette and the Honda here. But since we're homebound, let's go ahead and touch base on storing the Civic Type R. So we do got some vehicles to reference off of. The Harley, the Goldwing, and the 82 Corvette. So we use that as a reference to the Civic Type R or to any other vehicles that are out there that you guys do have questions on. This is just going to be my 2 cents in storing the vehicle. Maybe this might help you guys too. I did name maybe around 7 things to do when storing the vehicle. So let's get down to it. The first one, you guessed it, is an oil change. Now you don't want to store the vehicle with old oil. You want to make sure that it has fresh new oil inside the vehicle so it's lubricated, especially during the long periods and if you live in the Midwest. Now this also falls into like the oil change as well too. It's not technically oil, but I do like to top off any fluids that I need to. For example, like brakes, power steering, radiator, you name it. Anything that needs to be topped off, I just do that. So the second thing I like to do after doing an oil change and topping off the fluid is making sure that I have a full tank of gas. And that is very important because you do not want any corrosion happening or any fuel evaporation occurring. Just gonna move around here. So to add on to step 2, I do like to add in some stabilizer. That'll help with the storing process of the vehicle, especially when you store it for long periods and in the winter when it gets cold out here. So the third step I do after doing the whole oil change and fluids, gas, and stabilizer is having the car washed and cleaned. So having your car clean could be from the interior and exterior. I kind of want to focus more on the exterior where you have the car wash and have it waxed. With the car wash and wax, you just want to get rid of any bug splats, bird droppings, dust, dirt off the vehicle. Having those things on there would really damage the paint, and that's not good, especially if it's your baby right here. So the fourth step I like to do when storing my vehicle is swapping the tires. This is not necessarily needed in order to store your vehicle, but it is something that I like to do, especially where I live in, which is Minnesota. It does get quite cold. It does drop down to 20, 30 degrees inside the garage. To prevent the cracking or any issue, I just make sure that I have the winter wheels on and put some of the wheels away, and then I'm good to go. Now the fifth thing I like to do is having a battery tender. Now with the battery tender, you wouldn't need to set the vehicle. You technically can just have the battery charged all through winter or more. Just make sure to check on it. Supposedly able to cycle on and off when needed. Like all things, you don't really trust it. You want to make sure that you do check on it. Depending on how much you want to check, 1, 2, 3 times a week. Maybe once every month. It's really up to you what you want to do. So the sixth thing I want to mention, I run out of fingers, but we're just going to go ahead and reference off the Corvette and kind of just touch base on the cover here. So here we got 2 covers. We got 1 and we got 2 right here. You don't need to. We just have 2 just for added protection. And it was just sitting around, so why not just add on top of it? We do have kids running around, so we want to make sure that's protected. They do draw on the floor too, so the material that you want as a car cover is cotton and polyester blend. You want it to be breathable. I guess you can say that the cars do breathe, so you don't want it to suffocate. You do want it to breathe as well too. Now if you do drive the car out often, then you want to make sure that you do have a car cover that's a little bit lighter. It does get heavy when you do put it back on, take it off, put it back on, take it off. So you just want to make sure that you have something lighter just so that it's a little bit easy on you. If you do store it for long periods though, like this car right here, then I recommend getting something heavy, something durable. So the 7th thing I like to do in storing the vehicle is not really needed or recommended. It is like a step 4 that I mentioned about the tires. It's not really needed for you to swap out the wheels or the tires. But for me, I like to make sure that when I jack it up and it's on jack stand, that the bottom of the rail to the ground is about 1/2 inch. You don't want to jack it up too high. You want to just jack it just enough so that the car lifts just a little bit. And then when you do that though, it does save your tires from creating a flat at the bottom. So the reason why I like to jack up the car is because I don't want to go ahead and get in my rented clothes, come outside in the cold, lift off the cover, start the car just to move the car a little bit, put the cover back on and go back inside the house just to take off all of my rented clothes. It's a pain and it's a hassle. It's annoying also. It's not even repetitive no more. I used to enjoy it, but now I kind of just hate it. So with all that being said, whether it's the Civic Type R, the collector car, or the 2 motorcycles, those are the 7 steps I take in storing my vehicles. Don't forget to subscribe, ring that notification bell, comment down below what you guys want to see, what you guys want to know. If you guys have any questions or concern, or if you guys have other ways or a step that I missed in storing your vehicles, go ahead and put that into the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Okay, what the fuck? See you guys next time. Peace.